Howdy y'all, it's Chris with Show Fitness, favorite trainer with a belt buckle. Today we're going to go over our study guide and help you pass the NASM-CPT. Before we get into this, make sure to follow us at Show Fitness, YouTube, Instagram if you want to become a trainer. Next internship in Los Angeles is August 12th, 10th, and then in San Diego it's going to be September 12th. So check out our website if you want to become a trainer, but let us help you pass the NASM-CPT. So first thing, one, get a refund. Unless you want to go to a corporate gym, in New York you do not need a certification. For Equinox, in California you do. So do not get a certification unless you truly need it. Let's read right out of NASM, 6th edition, their CPT. Also, here's a little plug, become a trainer, how to become a successful personal trainer. Volume 2 should be out here soon. So page 551, right out of NASM. Currently, there are no government regulations that require personal trainers to earn a certification or college degree. However, most gyms and health clubs enforce a certification as a minimum requirement. Maybe we could talk about a conspiracy or something, because why do gyms require certifications? Show Fitness, we don't. I do not like our trainers to get certified. Why pay Big Brother all this money? All of our trainers have gone through a 2 or 4 month internship. They know anatomy, they understand movement, they know the body mass equation, which we've developed here, calories in, calories out, hormones, hunger, sleep, stress, all that stuff. They get their clients results. That piece of paper does not make you a great trainer. I've consulted with a lot of top-end fitness directors at Equinox and Crunch. 80% of trainers quit within the first year. Sometimes as high as 90 to 95%. Why is that? They get the NASM textbook, they study by themselves, and they don't know where to go. Well, that's why we're here. We're going to help you be successful long term. So number one, if you want to pass NASM, pass it. I mean, I'll help you pass it, but get a refund unless you need it at the corporate gym. 2, our study guide. So our study guide is going to help teach you the chapters that you should study. For example, $69. You guys can afford that. It's going to save you so much time that you're wasting reading all these chapters. So here's a little piece of advice. Don't read chapter 4. You don't need it. Just focus your time on 6, 7, and 14. So let's go to chapter 6 real quick. I'll give you a couple examples of test questions. So 6 is going to be on page 111. They're going to ask you about a PAR-Q. They're going to ask a lot of questions out of this. What is a PAR-Q? Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire. Subjective versus objective information. They love the question on, for example, your client has poor cardiovascular health. They did the YMCA step test. Which stage of the cardio test would you put them in? Stage 1, which is going to be 0.65 to 0.75. Stage 2, 0.76 to 8.5. Stage 3, 8.6 to 9.5. 1 would be the answer. Zone 1. Body comp. They love asking this question. What are the 4 sites for NASM? They're going to put like the umbilicus. They're going to put the thigh. Those are not the answers. There's 4 sites for NASM. I always mispronounce the term, the professor, so I apologize about that. Durham-Wormsley. Where is that? Here we go. On page 123. Durham formula. Sorry, the Durham formula is going to be your bicep, tricep, suprailiac subscapularis. Those are the 4 sites that NASM is going to ask you about. NASM loves the question on page 128, the waist to hip ratio. For males, it's greater than 0.95 is going to be a risk factor. For females, it's going to be 0.80, and that can be waist to hip ratio at the end of, on bottom of 4. So a ratio greater than 0.8 for women, greater than 0.95 for men, put these individuals at risk for numerous diseases. They love that question. So you got to know chapter 6, the compensation patterns, when your knees buckle in, pronation distortion syndrome, adduction of the knee, internal rotation of the hip, and we have eversion of the ankle. Know the muscles that are overactive and underactive. You're going to find that in chapter 7, which you also need to know a lot from, and that's going to be page 196. So if you want to pass NASM, I tell students, take this page out and just eat it, because you need to know all this information. Write it out, learn the anatomy. They're not going to get a lot into the specific anatomy, like the semimembranosus, semitendinosus, like the hamstrings. They're going to ask which muscle is overactive when your client's knees cave in. And you're looking for the adductors, your TFL. So the compensation pattern, overactive, underactive. Now, according to NASM member, you foam roll for 20 to 30 seconds. You're going to stretch 20 to 30 seconds. The warm-ups can be 5 to 10 minutes. You're going to strengthen the weak muscles. Here, it's going to be your glutes. You're going to foam roll and stretch the overactive ones. So your adductors, vastus, lateralis, medialis, you want to strengthen. So just know page 196. In chapter 14, spend the majority of your time going through these chapters. This is going to be the OPT model, phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watch our other videos on why NASM sucks. We go over phase 1, phase 3, and how they are not current with the recent science. So chapters 6, 7, and 14 will give you a lot of questions in the text on the study guide on how to pass it. And I've taught NASM for almost 10 years now. I taught at the National Personal Training Institute. We had a ton of questions that we got from people at NASM, and so they still use a lot of those questions. When students take the NASM test, I consult with them. What are some questions you remember? Still very common, cable rotation. They always ask this one. What is the ending position? So we have triple flexion, which is flexion, 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 triple extension. So cable rotation, the end position, triple extension, which is going to be backside mechanics. They love that question. We have over 100 questions in our study guide. If you get our study guide because you need to pass the NASM, don't get any more certifications. Stop seeking certifications. It's not going to make you a better trainer. What's going to make you a better trainer is learning from people who've been around for a long period of time, 10 plus years. Do your research. Just a trainer I've been a trainer for 20 years doesn't mean they're a great trainer. They could be really good looking, they could have great connections and referral system, or they could just be very good with sales. So just because you have that longevity doesn't necessarily mean you're great. Go to Perform Better, learn from top trainers, and follow and learn from people that they suggest. Eric Cressy, Dean Somerset, Sohee Lee, Brett Contreras, Chad Waterbury, Jay Ferrugia. Learn from the top individuals and don't make the mistakes that we did. You'll find all this in our book, How to Become a Successful Personal Trainer, which I'm just finishing up, our second edition. More people to interview, how to be successful in a corporate gym, how to make this into a career. So stop getting more certs. It's not going to make you better, especially in NASM. CES, PES, the FNS. The only cert I would suggest for you to get if you want to work with athletes. So a cool story, rant, I go on tangents all the time. We've been working with the head strength coach for the Rams, sending them emails. We just got in the right place at the right time from a connection that we had. So now we're going to go out there and watch a practice. So the trainer from Show Up Fitness that's working with us to get this, he wants to work on the sports side of things. If you're going to work at that level with collegiate or professional athletes, you need to get your CSCS, and that's going to come from the National Strength and Conditioning Association. I have that, he has that. Top strength coaches are going to suggest you get that. Do not get the PES, it's a piece of shit. That's what it stands for, piece of shit certification. PES is a 2-hour test, you take it home, no one will respect it. You got to get the CSCS from NSCA. So stop getting certs unless you're going to work with athletes, CSCS. Now you need to start training. And 50% of the students that we have in Los Angeles and soon to be San Diego are NASM certified already because they get that certification and they don't know what to do. They've actually never trained another body. So a lot of our students are NASM certified already, and they're going to go through the program, learn movement, train actual people. So again, that certification doesn't make you a great trainer. It doesn't even get you necessarily in the door unless you want to work at a corporate gym. If you don't want to work at a corporate gym and be a slave working 60, 70 hours a week, then you got to just start training people. So our internship is really going to help you be successful long term because you will start training people. As I said, a lot of our students are NASM certified already. So you just got to start training people. Friends, family members, girlfriend, boyfriend, significant others, their friends. Just put it out there on social media. Watch our other videos, how to get clients. You need to be proactive. First 2 to 3 years, you need to train as many people as possible. So these are the 4 things, how to pass the NASM-CPT. Number 1, get a refund. You do not need it unless you're going to work at a corporate gym like Equinox or Crunch. Our study guide will tell you what to study, which chapters you need to focus on. Remember 6, 7, and 14. We have a lot of questions that are going to help you pass the NASM-CPT. No more certs after that. And last but not least, you got to train or do an internship like we have here in Los Angeles, also San Diego. So hopefully you like this. Leave us any comments. Not hopefully, I know you liked it because it's Chris, trainer with belt buckle. So have a great day. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube.